Hi, I'm Macy from the Charleston County Public Library, and thanks for watching this virtual program. September is Library Card Sign-Up Month, and your Charleston County Library card is the key to a wealth of information and resources for free. Of course, we have tons of books. We also have movies, telescopes, museum passes, and gaming tablets for kids. And your library card gives you access to tons of digital content, like ebooks, audiobooks, music, and magazine subscriptions, plus access to databases for professional development, learning a new language, and genealogy research. Your library card is available for free if you live in Charleston County. Just stop by your neighborhood branch with your proof of address and your ID. For more information, visit ccpl.org.
My name is Kurt Brown, and I am a technology librarian at the Charleston County Public Library. And this is the first of 8 videos in our web development series. And in this video, we're going to be learning the very basics of HTML. So our goals is to learn what HTML is. We're going to learn about the HTML structure, and we're going to be using tags to create a web page. All right, so HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It defines the structure of your content. HTML is not a programming language. Okay, it is a markup language. Okay, so it uses tags to define elements in a document. So to create a web page, we're going to be using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML is the structure of our web page. CSS is the styling, and JavaScript is the behavior. So we'll be using a code sandbox, right? And a code sandbox is an online place to test out code. All right, and here are a couple of examples, and we're going to be using one of those in our videos. So we're going to be creating a very basic web page, and each video we're going to be adding to that web page. And in this video, here are some tags that we'll be using. So now what I'm going to do, I'm in Google Chrome, and I'm going to use one of our code sandboxes. So in Google Chrome, let's go ahead and type repl.it. And if you don't have an account, feel free to sign up for one. It is free. Click Start Coding. And here where it says HTML, CSS, JS, we're going to be using that. And then click Create. I actually have an account, so I'm going to close this and head on over there. Okay, so we already have some code here, right? And as you can see, we do have what we call tags here. Okay, so HTML uses tag pairs to define how a web browser formats and displays content. Okay, so a tag uses the angled or bracket pair. Okay, and within the bracket, okay, there will be a letter or a word that communicates to the web browser. Okay, so here are some examples of tags. Okay, so a basic HTML element has 3 parts. It has an opening tag, it has the content, and it has the closing tag. Okay, so for example, right here in our title tag, we have a opening title tag, and we have our content here, and we have our closing tag. Okay, but let's talk about the structure of HTML. So as you can see, at the very top, we have something called doctype HTML. Okay, so this is a rare opening tag that does not close. Okay, and this you'll see at the top of any HTML document. It tells the web browser to read the page in the current version of HTML. Okay, next we have the HTML tag. Okay, we also have a closing HTML tag. So a closing tag has that backslash here. Okay, all right, and so the HTML tag contains all elements in an HTML document. Okay, and next is our head tag. Okay, so this contains data about your website. Okay, and a couple of things. As you can see, inside the head tag, we have a couple of extra tags. Okay, so title. Okay, so the title tag defines the title of your website. Okay. And meta, again, is just information about data. Okay. And link here, it connects your HTML to a style sheet. Okay. So this one connects to our CSS file. Okay. So, and then the body. So the body is where your site lives. Okay. So whatever is inside the body is meant to be seen. This is JavaScript. We don't need this. So I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. All right, so now I think the fun part will begin. Okay, we're actually going to be using HTML code. First, what we're going to do, I'm going to go here in the title tag. Let's get rid of this. Okay. We're going to replace it and use your name. And then we're going to call it personal website. Okay, so this is the title tag. Okay, so when we click run, you won't see anything. Okay, so it's not in the body. However, I want to show you something pretty cool. All right, so when we come over here where it says open in a new tag, do you see now your tab is called your personal website? Okay, so that is what the title tag does. Okay, all right. So now what we're going to be doing, we're going to be in our inside the body tag, okay? And we're going to use a heading tag. Okay, so a heading tag is anything from H1 to H6 in order of importance and size. And so we're going to start by creating an H1 tag, okay? So an opening tag, okay? And if you want, you can create the closing HTML tag first, and then you can type in your content. So let's go ahead and type. I'm going to type in my first name, my last name. Okay, so let's go ahead and type in your first name and your last name. Now, this is in the body, okay? So when we click run, okay, so now we see our first name and our last name. Okay? All right. So next, oh, and I want to show you something. Again, the heading tag is from H1 to H6. I just want to show you real quick. When I type in H6, and now let's look at the difference. So I'm going to click run. Okay, so you see the difference between an H1 and an H6 tag? Okay, I'm going to create one more, and let's make it an H3. Okay, now click run. Okay, so we see the difference between our heading tags. Okay, so H1 will be the biggest. Okay, H6 is the smallest. Okay, and as you can see, H3 is in the middle. Okay, so now let's get rid of the H3 and the H6. Okay. Okay. All right, so below your H1 tag, let's create a paragraph tag. Okay, so a paragraph tag just denotes a paragraph, okay? And it gives you a line break before and after your text, okay? So I'm going to create a closing paragraph tag. In our content, go ahead and type in what you do for a living and where. So at the beginning of the video, I said that I am a technology librarian at Charleston County Public Library. All right. And again, click run. All right, here we go. Okay. So now let's go ahead and add another paragraph tag. Okay, so I have my opening and my closing, and then our content. All right, so in this paragraph tag, we just want to add a little bit more information about what we do. And I'm going to add, I teach technology classes to the public. And I teach free technology classes to the public. Okay, and then I will add period at the end of here. Okay, and now we're ready to click run. All right, looking good so far. Okay, all right, so now let's talk about defining text. All right, and we're going to be using two tags here. All right, so first we're going to use the EM tag. Okay, so the EM tag is used to italicize your text. All right, so what I'm going to do, let's say I want to italicize my first paragraph tag here. All right, so we have our paragraph tag, and now I'm going to have EM, okay, and make sure you have a closing EM tag. Okay, all right, so now we have our paragraph tag, and then we have our EM tag. Okay, so it's going to emphasize all of this. All right, and then click run. All right. Okay, and next we're going to be using the strong tag. Okay, and the strong tag bolds our content. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I don't want to bold all of this. Let's say I just want to bold Charleston County Public Library. Okay, so I'm going to add a strong, okay, and make sure add a closing strong tag. Okay, let's click run. All right, so now, as you can see, Charleston County Public Library is bolded. Okay, so we use a strong tag to bold our content. Okay, had I used a strong tag over here after the EM tag, it would have bolded everything here. Okay. Okay. So the last thing that we're going to do in this video is I want to add a line here. Okay. I'm going to have a couple of sections. So I want to add a horizontal line here. Okay. And to do that, we call that a horizontal rule. All right. And so that is a HR tag. All right. So at the bottom of your second paragraph tag, we're going to add HR. Now, not all tags have closing tags. Okay. And HR horizontal rule is one of them. Okay. So add the horizontal rule below your last paragraph tag and click run. Okay. So now it looks a little bit more nice. All right. Okay. And if you ever need to see your web page full screen, click here where it says open in a new tab. Okay. And here you go. All right. So we're going to be adding more to this in our next video. Okay. So if you haven't created an account, go ahead and create one. And that way you'll be able to save your code on here. Or if not, you can feel free to copy and paste your code into a Word document, such as, Word or Notepad, but keep this code, okay? Because we're going to be adding more to it in our next video. All right, thanks for watching.